Welcome to a guide for the Gala. I'm pretty late on this. I don't know if anyone's going to see this, but I hope it helps some people with beating the Gala. So, difficulty changes. I did base this guide around Legend, so there's a couple of differences. So, I'm going to show off a way you get a disguise, and that kind of depends on how far you can see. So, it's actually a little bit harder to pull off on lower difficulties. So keep that kind of stuff in mind. Things like cameras, NPCs, all that stuff changes. There may be different spawn locations. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I'm fairly sure it's the same. Obviously, you won't have to open the vault because you'll need less than 8. So, unique mechanics. As you can see, I'm yelling here. On most maps, I think yelling has a bit more range than that, but on Gala it has very little range. So with staff, definitely do not be afraid to yell. It makes them easier to take hostage. So just any staff, yell at them. So obviously we've got some new night heist mechanics, like that they can close doors now. Can close open lockpick doors, and they will find you suspicious if you're carrying a disguise, but more specifically with Gala, they'll find you suspicious if you're not wearing a guard disguise. I think that's Gala specific. A big thing on Gala is it is very easy to lure people. So, staff, they investigate cameras, they don't have a radio, and guards, if you get them to look at you and they come investigate, they'll never turn on their radio unless they continue to move. So, if you lure them once, and only once, you'll be fine. No radio. Oh god. Equipment skills. Some things you might notice are missing, namely interference and deception. You might still want deception, but interference is less required because I usually tend to say you should just go straight for the camera operator just to be safe. But that's why I suggest the keycard scrambler, so you can easily get in there. And then lockpick kit is already always obviously very useful because you need it to open some doors and you need it to open the cases. But keep in mind, you don't entirely need it, but you should have it unless you want to drill. Because those wooden doors you can open from the other side. That's a unique mechanic I forgot to mention. You can see this skill tree here is probably how you should do it. So you can see, like, I started here and I went along, and if you have the skill points for it, it is better to just avoid this because you can go around and you can be a bit more efficient with your actions here. And having equipment specialist is useful because it increases your keycard scrambler speed. I don't know why I didn't mute that yet. So out of sight and fast hands are actually very important if you want to make opening cases a lot faster. And if you do have, if you're doing this with 2 people, you probably want just have one of them be an engineer, so it just makes it a little easier because then you don't have to find the circuit box. Plan of action. So I'm going to first go over how you get a disguise, specifically a guard disguise, because that is what you want. And then taking care of the camera operator, looting the cases, looting the crates. And that's all you have to do in this mission. It's a pretty simple mission. I don't know why this took so long. Obtaining the disguise. I'm going to show the method I suggest, although it only works for one person because it gets you one disguise, but there is other methods that you might prefer. So the camera operator, you're going to have to pick him up and move him, so that's a disguise there. And like I said before, that's going to come in useful when you're looking for the keycard later. You can lure guards quite easily, so just get them to spot you enough to walk towards you, and you can lure them into a safer area of than where they are. So we'll see kind of that. That's just a different way to do it if you want more guard disguises. Sometimes they stand outside that keycard door. I'll show you where it is in a second. But taking staff from staff only area, that is where you usually, I would suggest getting the code. We'll go over that in a bit. We got a video here of me showing you. I wanted to see I'm pointing out that there is a staff there and you can lure them. That works fine. But if you do lure the guard, you have to be careful, because if an employee is there, see, I almost got them, but not quite enough. So you need to make sure you get it enough. And for a second there, they started seeing the bags. So you don't really want them to go see the bags, because if they do that, they'll turn on their radio. But maybe you do want to get them back further, just to be safe. Or you don't want to wait for the staff to move. Camera operator. And see, this is my suggested route here, and this was the keycard door I'm talking about. Sometimes guards will stand right out here or here. You do need to be careful. If you, for some reason, you don't have a disguise, a camera can spawn right here. But actually, yeah, if you're using keycard scrambler, it's good to have that speed, because you should be able to hack that fast enough, get the door open fast enough that the camera won't fully spot you in time. So that's always good. So yeah, all of that. It's good to check those rooms too, just to see, oh, is there a crowbar, is there a crate in those rooms, and also if there's a safe, because the safe is quite useful. It allows you to skip finding the card, and it can sometimes spawn in the camera operator room, so it's good to check. Cases. We are going to open the cases. Yeah, keep in mind, I'd say, I'll show this a bit later, my only safe spots, completely safe, would be here and spawn, because once you open one of these doors here, staff will start walking through here. So I guess I should leave that for later though. Cases. So there's 3 parts to opening the cases. You gotta find the code, you gotta find the keypad to enter the code, and then after that you can start looting the cases. I'd suggest using a lockpick. So finding the code. This is what I suggest. This area doesn't have guards, so it is extremely safe. I'll show this in a bit, to just take everyone out there. You can yell at them, it's all good, and you can also take them out, like I say, you can take them out when they move through here, and it's a good idea to both like get a cam to spot you enough to trigger someone and disable it, because that will get you 2 staff. It's super easy. But obviously you have to do that before the camera operator, so there's usually a camera here and a camera here. So if you want to, you can disable this one at least and get a staff to go there. Might take them a while to walk there though. And usually you can open this door. I don't think I've ever had someone walk through there. I've had it open before and it's been fine. Pretty sure they take the easiest route, and this is always the easiest route for them. So anyway, another video here just of getting some staff. So you can see, don't be too afraid. It's quite easy. I just went in there, went into the locker room and chilled. If someone were to spot them right now, I just take up my gun, run straight at them, and yell, just to get them down, you know? So, but when you have hostages and stuff, you need to focus on getting them out of the area as fast as possible. So, if they are in this next section here, this one I'm in right now, see I yelled at them, it was fine. You want to get them into the locker room first, get all of the guys in there to the locker room, and then get all of the locker room to the next area. Just so you don't get spotted, because you don't really want to get spotted. You don't really want people to notice that, so you need to get them out as soon as possible. Don't interrogate them where people will walk in on you. Finding the keypad. So obviously the keypad looks like that, and I'm fairly confident that I'm not missing any spots here. I might be a bit unsure if it's there, but I feel like it's in this one. It can be in that one too. Actually, I feel like I've seen it there before. Sometimes you get it there, which is kind of a funny spot, but most of them are in restricted areas. I don't know why that's not marked as a restricted area. Anyway, my map's got some funky stuff with it, but anyway, that's basically where all of the keypad locations are. And what's always good is not backtracking, because that will waste your time. So if you're searching for one thing, see if you can find where other things are, like crates. They're all over the place in security areas. Anyway, so once you find that keypad, you punch in the code, you can loot the cases. I've got some crude drawing here of all the case locations. Not all of them are obviously going to have loot, but there is 4 that do have loot every time. So you're going to have to loot everything if you're on Legend. So the method I'm showing, you need to have a lot of out of sight and a lot of lockpick speed, because it's very tight and you won't be able to do it without. So, and don't try and pick up a bag without a guard disguise. And also, this is the reason the speech is useful. So if you have another person, they get a staff disguise, they do the speech, I'd recommend they look the other way, just so they don't attract any staff. They can get the employee. If you can't do the trick where you do it real fast, you can get rid of the civilians. Not actually take them out, but so this is a little short video. You can see it's quite short, but you probably want to go prone, and if you have enough speed, you can see he didn't quite spot me. So that's usually fine. I've done it with staff too. Obviously don't do it with a guard, because they will spot you. So crates. You need the crowbar, you need to get them open, and then there is one in the vault. So that involves finding the key card, finding the circuit box, and then getting it open. So crowbar actually has quite a limited spawn, and I don't think I'm missing anything here. So it can spawn like in this forklift area on here. That's a pretty easy spot to get it. It can spawn right here, and I didn't mark it here, but it does spawn right there in the corner. So you got 2 spawn locations in the security zone, and then you got 3 over here in like the employee area, general area, I don't know. So you want to be ready to pick it up though. So usually you're not gonna have the equipment bag on your back. So put your lockpick, maybe a vault key card if you manage to get one already, key card scrambler, all that. Just toss it right here or at spawn, somewhere where no one will walk, and pick it up, because you don't want that stuff stolen just in case. Well, you won't really need the lockpick anymore, but that's besides the point. You want to have space to pick it up. Get your items to a safe space. Looting the crates. So there's 3 in the crates. 1 in the vault, obviously, is also a crate, but I'm just not mentioning it here. So if you're on Elite, you do not need to open the vault, and I already think I said that, but it's just Legend that opens the vault, which is kind of cool, kind of cool because it's like pretty. Seems like a pretty big aspect of the mission, but you only do it on Legend. Unless you don't do it on Legend. You, for some reason, I don't know why you would do it not on Legend, but the crates they've got a pretty consistent spawn. One again can spawn in either the security rooms. There can be up to 3 in this area here. They don't spawn in the staff area, and they always spawn in these trespassing areas where the guards go. So you can get one right next to the door, one right there. I don't really need to discuss all of it. I might be over discussing this. The key card can be complicated. Again, like I said before, you can lure guards. So use that to your advantage. Maybe you want to go right here and pull out a gun just to get them to walk towards you. And then you can shut the door behind them and just move them over here. If you bagged them, I guess you can put them in the dumpster, but you don't really need to. Here, I'm just showing guards like to walk through here, so if you want to be really safe, I don't think they do it 2 at a time. You can wait for someone to come in here, and then you can take them out. And that should be fairly safe. Now, if they're over here, you could lure them here, or you could just go through this whole area, take them all out, and then shovel them out, but you might want a teammate if you're going to try that. Because you do have to be aware of this door and try not to have people near it so they can't run out into this large crowd over here. So you could get guards over here, but the issue is you can't really hide them over there. I wouldn't say 100% confidently that if you hide bodies in this area, it would be safe. So you do have to kind of run farther away, so it's kind of annoying, but it is possible, and they only walk through these rooms one at a time, so it wouldn't be a big deal. The circuit box has a good amount of spawns. I'm not sure if it spawns in there, but it could spawn in the security rooms, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I feel like they wouldn't have it so the circuit box is right next to the vault, and it is not like Kill House. There is only one circuit box, so you don't have to worry about triggering the alarm with that. So it has quite a bit of spawn locations, and again, if you have an engineer, you do not need to do this because it's just like Kill House. You can disable it right under the keypad. There's a little module there. And this map may be inaccurate. There could be more somewhere, or like in here, but I'm not quite sure on this. So I'm just gonna have to take my word for it. It can spawn here, I believe. I'm thinking it probably, yeah, I've seen it spawn like here, I'm pretty sure. Now it can also spawn here, 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 here. Once you get that disabled, you will be able to open the vault. So usually when I see it, I just go ahead and disable it. Looting the vault. You want to do this fast because and it's last for a reason, because you need to loot it last. And like I said, guards walk through there and they will get alerted at the open vault. So just open it. If you have a teammate, your teammate can stay there and cover it for you. So like if any guard walks in, they'll take them out. If you're by yourself, it should be manageable. But if you are really tingy about it, you could wait for someone to walk through first before opening it. And then it should be at its safest time. So we got a little video here, just winding things down. It's not super important to show you this, but you can see there I dropped the crowbar, have trouble getting my key card. But I just have all the doors open because I don't have a scrambler or key card, obviously. So I just open the vault, get my crowbar back. And I opened the crate, and I got out. So, Thank you for watching. I might have missed stuff with this, but I think that's it. So, if you do have any questions, if you still having trouble, then feel free to ask them. So that trick does work, unless it's been changed or something with the lock picking, but you do need a good amount of out of sight and lock picking speed. So I just recommend all of them if you have enough points. I didn't actually do it from a level 60 character, but I imagine it should still be possible. That's all, folks.